better get it right this time.
Hey guys, we are officially worked out the few bugs that we were running into there,
Yes.
Justin.
Technology is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
It's always a little bit stressful when the technology doesn't exactly work the way that you want it to work. But we believe we got the bugs worked out right now, and we are officially live. So here we go. We got an hour slotted here. It should be a good time. We're going to hopefully have enough time to answer as many questions as possible.
Yep.
What other great things we're going to try to do?
We're going to do a lot of fun stuff today. We actually have 3 different prize giveaways we're going to throw in here tonight. We're going to do a little bit of trivia. So I hope everyone's got their keyboards and their fingers loosened up and they're able to type in there. We're going to do a giveaway for a bunch of Tink's products. We're actually going to give away a couple sets of America's Best bowstrings, custom strings and cables. And then for the grand finale, we have a 15-gallon Moose Utilities ATV mounted sprayer for those of you food plot aficionados out there. We're going to be giving one of those away near the end of the live stream. So guys, make sure you stick around for that. What do we want to get started with, Mr. Graf?
Well, I mean, I'm going to just touch on real quick here, the fact that you got to stick around because you never know when we are going to do these trivia questions. And you're going to have to be fast with your fingers because once we give you the trivia question, whoever types them in first will end up being the winner. And a couple of them are first, second, third. So hang in there. Now, as far as getting started, Justin, I think there's no better place to start than a few of these people who are upset with us because we were not able to get them into the Bowhunter Die Season 7.
Yes.
Those people were upset with us.
The trophy photos.
Yes. So we luckily picked, I don't know how many were there, like 9 total.
8 or 9 people we got. See, here's our list right here.
So let's go ahead and put a few of these guys up because they deserve it. I'm going to go ahead and let you do that.
All right, well, let's start with the first one, which is going to be Brett Turpin, who killed a great velvet mule deer. Then we've got Chris Kurtz with a nice whitetail, and then Clifton Aaron with another great whitetail. So congratulations to all of you guys on some fine animals. Thank you for sending those photos in. We got a few more that we're going to do later in the stream. So let's start with what do you think, the general Q&A? We got any questions coming in that Neil's feeding us or what?
Well, my lovely computer, just like our live stream, has decided.
I thought Max didn't ever have problems.
Clearly, Macs do have problems once in a while.
So, right.
But first off, what we want to do, guys, if you have any questions that you want to ask Justin and I specifically, go ahead right now and start putting those questions in, both on YouTube and on Facebook, so we can start diving into those questions. As far as
this guy says Justin is his favorite. No offense, Graf.
That's okay. I can.
None taken.
I can deal with it. But go ahead and start asking us those questions. We'd also would love to know, where you're from, where you're tuning in terms of us, or where you're watching us. So tell us what state you're from. We want to be able to do a few shout outs to a couple of you guys that are tuned in right now. But Justin, let's go ahead and dive into the first question. Tell me what you got over there. I'm going to get logged in here.
Shed hunting / scouting season, how invasive are you willing to get into areas that you typically leave alone?
Well, talk about shedding. I mean,
well, let's answer his question first.
Yeah.
I go everywhere. I mean, it's postseason. There's no better time to scout. Nothing is off limits when it comes to postseason. I go everywhere that I can legally go within the confines of our own property that we have permission to be on. Nothing is off limits when it comes to finding antlers. So speaking of finding antlers, Todd's son Craig, who we've got here in the studio, come here, buddy. Step over here.
This is a killer.
One of the first sheds of the season. So we got Craig here, little Graf, if you couldn't tell. It looks just like his dad. So tell us, buddy, where'd you find this thing?
Really high on a cliff.
Okay. In between a bunch of rocks, right?
Yeah.
So those of you who don't know, our buddy Craig here's got his own YouTube channel.
Yeah, great.
Out there now. He's competing with Bowhunter Die. He's trying to make a name on his own. So he actually filmed this whole thing with Todd. They picked up this nice shed. It's a year old. It's got a few chew marks on it. This deer here, oddly enough, is actually a deer the year prior to this I passed. So that would be, I don't know, season 4, I think. We were calling him Fergie. I grunted him in and rattled him in. He ran right underneath me as a 3-year-old. He's a 4-year-old here and a 5-year-old last year, maybe a 6-year-old next year. So
but let's talk about this for a second. I want to kind of get back to the question that was, answered of us is, how far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to dive in? I mean, it's amazing when you find these shed antlers. Like this particular shed, honestly, was a spot that I don't know that I would have looked. A matter of fact, I was standing there, and if you want to go to Craig's YouTube page and check it out, literally I was filming him more because of the scenic area that we were at. I mean, this is 100% on the point of this knob with big rocks. I mean, he just got right in there and bedded down, and boom, there's a nice
He felt safe.
shed.
Nobody
He felt
could sneak
safe.
up on him up there. Well, congratulations. You got a one up on me. There's your shed before I
Did you find it
steal
yet this
and
year,
take it home.
Justin? Nope.
Nope, I've only been out one time. Half of our deer here in Illinois are still holding their racks, so it's kind of hard to find sheds when they're still on their head. And it doesn't help that we got guys shed poaching on our properties, trespassing in there either. That doesn't help us trying to find shed antlers.
But, speaking of that, guys, I mean, seriously, Justin and I have been running the stealth cam, units that send us the pictures right to our cell phones. I mean, what great technology. I mean, sure, every once in a while technology fails, just like it did initially here for us in the beginning of the show. But, I mean, to be able to have that technology that fast, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, and quite frankly, it has allowed us to catch a couple of those trespassers this year, which I just don't, I would think after all these, shows that we have and trying to train people and teach people, know where you're supposed to be and not be, they still go ahead and try to find your sheds before you.
Here's a good one.
Oh, boy.
JD Projects from South Carolina. He says, I noticed that a lot of your newer team members had a dry season. The next season, they don't show up. Why do they come for a season and then no more? So why do people not stick around? I don't think it's necessarily a case of people not sticking around. What I personally, it's me. They don't like me. They can't work with me. No,
we're kidding.
I think that it's mostly, a lot of guys get into filming hunts and then they realize how much work it is. And then after a year or two, it kind of loses its enjoyment for some people. And then they decide, you know what? I'd rather just go hunting and not worry about having to film everything that I do and not worry about that commitment of having to get everything on camera. So a lot of guys they do it for a couple years. It's like anything in life. You start off and you're like super motivated and creative and you want to do all this awesome stuff, and then, life happens, work, kids, family, whatever, and you just decide, it's not for me. So every once in a while people come and go, but for the most part, I think we got a pretty good core of guys that have been with us pretty much since the beginning.
And I guess I'll elaborate on that a little bit more too, Justin. I mean, it is not easy. I mean, it's one thing to take a video camera, jump in a tree, have a good, have your fourth, arrow arm all set up, being all ready to rock and roll. And it's another thing to actually be able to capture that hunt on film. I mean, when you're bringing two guys out in the woods, or if you're solo, like I am a lot of times, I mean, it is very, very difficult to actually be patient enough to say, I'm not going to take the shot, I'm going to take this shot, and you're going to have to let some deer go. That's the reality of it.
Sure. There's a guy on YouTube right now that is just pounding us about talking about the importance of selecting a good taxidermist.
That's cool. That's a great point.
It's an important thing. I don't know how much you want us to elaborate on it, but I think like a lot of things in life, you get what you pay for. A lot of people usually opt for, who's the cheapest guy in my area, and you end up, the way I've always looked at it anyways is, this thing's going to be on my wall probably till the day I croak, and hopefully beyond that, maybe on my kid's wall somewhere. I want it to last. I want it to look nice.
You heard that, Craig? Keep all my deer.
So yeah, I mean, definitely selecting a good taxidermist is an important thing. I mean, make sure you go visit these guys, check out the stuff they've done. I mean, these mounts that we've got behind us certainly weren't cheap by any means, but, they're very well done and very good to look at. Not all taxidermists are created equally, so.
They're not, guys. I mean, do your homework on that. I mean, ask around, ask friends. I mean, I've got a couple local people that I've dealt with around this area for years, and, sticking with the same person for multiple years is always a good thing, because you know what, you're going to get to know their work, and you're going to be able to work with them at a closer level. Now, hang on, you've been hogging all this YouTube stuff over here. Time
it's out
out.
Of control. I can't
Time
help
out.
it.
I know, but
the one guy wants to know if you
out,
get
hang
tired
on.
of carrying me every year.
Time out for 1 second here. We're going to give a shout out here to Mike Hare from Australia. And that's pretty cool. Australia, he's dialed in right now. We promised him we'd give you a shout out, so we're going to. Now, going back to you over here, wait a minute here. He thinks I carry you?
That's what he said.
Nah, it's not true.
If you get tired of carrying me.
Listen, I'm going to tell you 100%. This is live. This is truthful as can be. Justin works his butt off. Bowhunting.com, Bowhunt or Die. The business, what we do here would not be where it is if it wasn't for all the hard efforts that Justin's put in. Not just for 1 year, not for 2 years. We've been together now for how many years? 12?
Yeah, 13,
12 years.
13,
I'm not tearing up.
13 this summer.
I'm not getting teary-eyed here or anything, but Justin, you have done an absolute kick-butt job. I'm doing that to the public. I'm even giving Justin a hug.
Thanks, Todd.
And as much as, I do carry him from year to year as far as shooting deer,
That's true.
I'm
true.
kidding.
I get all the work done behind the scenes,
That's
so
right.
all this can run, and Todd goes out and shoots deer. It works pretty good. It's a pretty good relationship. It's gotten us this far. So what other questions is needed?
All right, this one here is coming from Robert Walters. Okay, Justin, we'll let you take this one first.
Are you dating
What?
or what?
What?
No,
No.
Neil, we're not dating.
What is your most memorable hunt? Do you have a memorable hunt?
Yeah.
I kind of think I know what it is. I'm gonna
Well, I think we answered this question last year when we did our wrap-up show at the end of the year. We did kind of a Q&A. But definitely for me, I think if you would rewind back to, I think it was season 1 of Bowhunt or Die. It was 2010.
I think I know where you're going with
Gosh,
this.
that was a long time ago. But my dad passed away in March, and I killed a buck in November on a farm that we hunted together that I had never really been able to shoot a good deer on, and shot a good deer on that particular farm that fall. So to me, not only was it memorable for that, but I mean the deer, I spooked him and then he ran off and stopped, and I still made a perfect shot on him. So it was memorable from 2 different aspects. So definitely not my biggest deer I've ever killed, but certainly my most memorable.
Oh, there
What about
go.
you?
Oh man, I you know what?
It's got to be this guy. Right?
No, it is. I mean, the buck that's behind me here, my 192-inch buck that I shot, definitely is a memorable one because of history. I knew the deer was alive for a couple years, disappeared, showed back up, but to be able to have multiple encounters on a deer, figure them out, get in on them, and just have everything come together, and then to be self-filming, I mean, oh my gosh, it's the ultimate. I mean, so many times people ask me, Todd, why do you do all that? Why do you put all that additional pressure on yourself and go self-filming? Honestly, I don't know that for me, bow hunting would be the same anymore without that camera there. I love having that camera there. I love knowing that I captured that on film, and to be able to bring it back and share it with all you guys, for me, it's a big deal.
Sure, we do bow hunting because it's challenging, right? If we didn't like the challenge, we wouldn't bow hunt, and filming your hunts just kind of is that next level of challenge. So definitely, I mean, for me, that's one of my most memorable hunts to just watch. Like when I'm bored, on a weekend and it's
Come
off
on
season,
now.
and I sit down, like I've rewatched that hunt a couple
That's
times.
a good one.
There's a few hunts that some of our team members have had over the years that I just enjoy watching, and that's definitely one of them. So,
All right, time
what
out.
is your favorite animal to hunt? White-tailed deer.
Yeah, whitetails.
That's an easy one.
This last year I did go on a couple of elk hunts. I have shot, I think only one elk in my life. But I mean, there's no doubt though, Justin, I got to tell you, that elk hunting is something special too. I mean, whitetails for me is always going to be my favorite. But man, there is something about hiking around the mountains, chasing those elk that definitely, it's just a different deal. I mean, if
Sure.
I had more time and I could spend more elk hunts and then come back here and whitetail hunt, that'd be great. But there's only so much time you can be away. And I don't want to get divorced, so that's a fact.
Neil says it is time for our first trivia question.
I like it. This is
We
fun.
are going to, this is going to be for a Tink's prize pack. So we're going to send you some hot shots and
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
all sorts of
I
good
got it
Tink
all
stuff.
figured
All
out.
right, Todd's got this under control.
Now hang
so-
on, we're going to go over the rules one more time before we fire this thing off, okay?
Okay.
We have our moderators that are standing by anxiously, and I'm going to up the ante to the first 2 because Tink's is a gracious sponsor, has been with us for many, many years. We love their products, use them all the time. So I'm going to up this to 2 packages. The first 2 people to answer the question, you got to be quick.
How about the first one on Facebook and then the first one on YouTube?
Done. There you go. First one on YouTube, first one on Facebook will win a Tink's package from us, and we'll be sending it to you from our friends over at Tink. So here we go. You going to read this one?
Sure.
All right. Here we
So,
go. Get ready.
What is the name of the gland that is in between the deer's toes on their hoof?
There
What
it
is
is.
the name of that gland?
Let's see how quick this is going to be answered. Now, our moderator, who is a great guy, Neil McCullough, he is going to be letting us know here very quickly what and who wins. So here we go.
Got a bunch of wrong answers.
Oh, wrong. Yours are coming in fast. No, wrong.
No.
Read
no,
these names
no.
a whole.
Oh, there we
look at them
go.
coming in.
Zach Morales.
Zach.
Zach has got the correct answer.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Zach one of our guys? Isn't he one of our field staff guys? I don't think that counts. We're gonna have, I'm all about fair game and fair rules here. I think Zach's one of our guys. I don't know about that now.
And then Fitz.
Phil Taylor, done.
Well,
all right.
so then we still need a YouTube winner. because then Fitz chimed in.
No, wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah,
There we go. Matthew, there he is. Oh.
Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, Zach, you're out.
Repsa. Matthew Repsa.
All right, Matthew's in. Come on, Neil. Who do we got here from Facebook? Neil, question mark. Let's find out what Neil's got.
Okay, so here's what you guys got to do. If you guys won, Matthew Repsa, email your info to info@bowhunting.com. Let us know that you won the Tink's prize pack, and we will send it out to you.
I'm trying to find
And
out who won on
the
Facebook.
correct answer was the interdigital, meaning.
Oh, wait, I don't know that we have a Facebook winner yet now. Oh, man.
Well, it's interdigital.
Oh,
so
Phil
type it
Taylor.
in.
Phil, you're the winner. There you go.
Interdigital means
Write down Phil.
betweening the digits.
All right, Phil Taylor, congratulations from Facebook. You get a Tink's prize package, so
Cool.
Congratulations. He is the man who won.
So now we're gonna go. Speaking of elk hunts, we've been talking about elk hunts a little bit. We're gonna kind of cut in some clips from this season that we want to talk about that we think were cool. The first one we're gonna show you guys is back from Todd's Colorado elk hunt, and I don't know, it speaks for itself. So let's check it out now. All right, we know it wasn't a giant bull, but what was going through your head when you had a cow elk, within, you could have grabbed her.
It was awesome. I got to tell you, I mean, we were sitting there, we were all set up, and what makes us even cooler, Justin, is, I mean, just over that little rise, which you can see it in the film there, I mean, is a bull elk, and he is just cranking away on the tree. I can see the tree moving. I never thought that these guys were going to come, you know, right down the trail. I mean, she was right there. It was awesome. My heart was
physically touched
pounding.
your bow, right?
Oh, literally, I'm not kidding you. It's a good thing, of course, I got all these huge abs here, right? I'm literally holding the bow, and I mean, literally, she is pushing on the bow. I mean, I'm literally using my weight to keep her from pushing me, pushing the bow over. It was awesome.
That was one of the coolest things I've seen on our show in a while, even though it wasn't a giant elk. So hopefully we have some more of those cool encounters for this year. So guys, next up we're going to do our second set of trophy photos for this year. I did the last one. You got to do these ones.
Yeah, see,
because
guys, no, this is a
gonna be
scam.
fun because
he
Todd,
just gave me all the hard last names. This is
there's
a
only one
scam.
hard last name. So now you guys get to witness live what I have to go through every week when we read the trophy photos. So you get to do these three.
All right, here we go. First one, Joe.
Come on, you got to read his last name.
This is Joe Chiarappa.
Yeah, that was not
bad. Joe Chiarappa. I'm sorry, Joe.
Maybe Chiarappa?
Chiarappa.
Joe, if you're watching, you can yell at us and comment.
We're sorry.
Down there. All right, next up.
Chris.
Well, hold on.
Whoa.
Joe shot a huge buck.
That is a monster buck.
That thing is giant. So congratulations to him.
That is big.
I want to
Who's
kill
up
one
next?
like that.
Let me see. Chris. It's a good-looking deer. All right. Chris Beckley. Good-looking buck. Good-looking deer for sure. And last for this one here, Kyle Polk.
Another great deer.
That's a
the
great
brow
buck.
tine on that thing. Huge.
Justin is always looking for GPS coordinates of these spots. So
Yeah, you guys
Send
want to
them over.
invite me on a hunt? I mean, I probably won't kill your deer, so, but we'll have fun.
Now, just a little. Now we got a lot more great questions to answer here. Just remember.
Well, let's take a couple more questions.
All right, but I
Look at
want to
these
remind
guys
people before
I've
they start
seen.
bailing. I want people to bail. We've got 3 sets of America Best Bowstrings coming up. You know,
3 complete sets, string and cables, custom ABB Platinums we're going to be giving away. So don't miss out on that.
Do not miss
Let's
out.
do a couple more questions. What does Neil got for us?
Jimmy wants to know if Jimmy John's has become a sponsor.
No, but they deliver to our office, and Jimmy John's a big hunter,
He is.
so we got to support him. So, and we like their food. It's delicious.
We do. Okay.
So there you go. Not a sponsor, but hey, if they're interested, info@bowhunting.com. Send us an email.
All right, Neil, let's see here. Neil's got a question coming in here. Need to know, let's see here, color of string. I'm not sure what Neil means by that.
You can get whatever color you want for the strings that we're giving away.
I'm assuming that's what he's asking.
Yeah, it'll be up to whoever wins the strings can whatever color. Do we take recurve hunts? I don't know what that means. Do we take them? If any of our guys want to go hunt with a recurve or a longbow and film it for our show, absolutely.
Whoa.
I know that Paul Morrison has got one.
Can they?
Why can't they?
I thought I didn't know that you could.
Why?
This is new to me. I have to admit, this is new to me. I thought we didn't allow it, man. That's what I thought. But
This guy wants me to come to North Dakota. Why wouldn't we allow it? You're a weird dude.
What else we got?
Oh man, I don't know. We got a ton of them. What's your favorite thing to have processed with scrap meat, and where do you go? Todd and I both. Well, I don't know about you, but I use a place here in Rockford, Illinois, called the Smokehouse, and they do a fantastic job.
They do.
And they make this bacon cheddar hamburger that is just fantastic. And they also make like a jalapeno pepper jack one that's great. So I get a lot of burger meat made.
I am not going to make the mistake and give out Kevin's cell phone number, but my friend Kevin.
Todd's got a buddy that does it for him.
My friend Kevin does a great job for me. Cuts up whatever I want. We've got a little mutual agreement amongst each other. He gets half and I get half.
Okay,
so.
okay. This is a good one. Mechanical or fixed blade, and why? Go.
Mechanical, one more time. I
Mechanical
apologize.
or fixed blade? Broadheads, Graf. You know what those are?
I do know what a broadhead is. You know what? For the last, I would say at least 8 or 9 years, I've used mechanicals. You know what? I think they fly better for me. I've had great luck with them. I've been with new archery products for 20 years. You know, whether it be the Thunderhead, not the Thunderhead, geez Louise, the Spitfire, and then the Killzone. Man, they're great heads.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong either way, personally. I mean, there's points to be made for either of them, right? You know,
That wasn't his question. Answer his question first. He's asking.
If I had to pick one
yes.
broadhead to shoot for the rest of my life, I'd pick a fixed blade, personally.
There you go.
I think it's more versatile for all situations, whereas I think a mechanical may be better than a fixed blade in some situations. But yeah, for general use, I would say fixed blade. I am eagerly awaiting the new Thunderhead Nitro, which is basically a reboot of the Nitron that NAP had out years ago that I shot.
That's coming out this
year.
year.
You actually killed that deer with a Nitron, right there.
That was, yeah, that's
So there you
that was
go.
10 years ago.
It was-
All right,
that was long
here's
time
a
ago.
question that's going to get you, Justin.
Oh boy.
Have you used the butt out?
Negative. I have not.
You've never used the butt out?
I've seen people use it, but I don't own
I
one
wish we
and
had
I've
a
never
picture of the
used
butt
it.
out to put out. I know a lot of guys do buy them and do
Yeah.
use them. I do not use the butt out either. Even Craig's looking at me like we're talking about what's the butt out. You're going to have to Google that. No, I haven't used the butt out either, but I do know a lot of people that do use them. So there you go. Okay, you got more questions coming over there. People are asking me, or Neil,
What do you
string
think
colors.
about? What do you think about the Matthews Avail? It's a woman's bow, and I haven't shot it, but it looks really nice. That's about all I can tell you. It does use the same cam system that the Halon uses, the cross-centric cams. So if it's anything like the Halon or the Halon 32, I'm sure it's a great bow. It's basically a Halon that's really been kind of slimmed down for women and people with smaller frames. So I'm sure it's a great bow.
Okay, there we go. What string color is on your bow right now, Justin? What string color is on your bow? Oh, yeah, that's right. Where's it at?
It's right there. It's silver and fluorescent yellow.
I don't have my bow
I got
here
my
right now,
mic-
but
I
mine
got my
is bright.
microphone.
Oh, we lost the microphone.
No, I stepped on your dog,
Leave
too.
my dog alone. She's actually being good today.
I don't want to wreck it.
All right, bring it
But
on
there
over
you
here.
go. It is silver and fluorescent yellow, I believe, with a pink
I
string
think
loop.
mine's fluorescent green. Mine's much brighter than that. I like it bright.
The thing that I found with these custom string colors is they kind of get dirty over like the course of the hunting season. Like look at the brightness in that versus that. Just all the dirt
Because
gets
you
in the
use
fibers.
your bow. That's a good thing, guys. You want your bow to
So,
be dirty. That's all I'm saying.
there you
Okay,
go.
you know, we are on bowstrings right now. And
Okay.
we got some more great questions. I actually like this one. We're definitely going to talk about this one in a minute, but let's hang tight here because it is time to give away
Our
3
America's Best bow
sets
strings.
of America Best bowstrings, guys. This was a great this is a great deal that he gave us. I talked
Yeah.
to him today and he says, let's do it, so let's do it.
So here's the deal, guys. This here on my bow is America's Best bowstrings. They make a couple different strings. The Platinum series is their highest end string, right? No serving separation, no stretch, no peep rotation. This thing literally hasn't moved since the day I put it on this bow. To win the bowstring and cable set, you have to tell us what fiber material America's Best Bowstrings uses to build their Platinum strings.
Starting right now.
What fiber material do they use? ABB Platinum Bowstrings.
All right, here we go. While our moderators are figuring that out, we're going to go ahead and take another question from, we don't know who this is from, but how long do you age your deer before processing it? You don't.
I don't.
Okay.
I hang it overnight and then bring it to the processor.
Your questions are coming like crazy. For me, I would say probably a day or two max. I mean, I've got a friend that definitely has a little bit nicer setup than I have, where he can let it hang for 2 or 3, and maybe even sometimes 4 days. But you know what? Talking to my friend Alex, he tells me 100% it makes a significant difference. So it's probably something we need to actually test and do one day. I think it'd be a good.
Oh, there's our first one.
That's going to be a good
Jacob Top.
All right, first one, Jacob Top. Let's hear. Nobody is guessing right on Facebook. Come on, Facebook, guys, let's go. We got 2 more.
FS Outdoors TV, got it.
FS got it. So then we're down to 1. Come on, Facebook, guys, what's going on? Our YouTube subscribers are blowing you away here.
Frank Lyons.
Then they can copy each other. We're gonna have to
Whatever, Frank Lyons.
Oh, no, we got it. I'm sorry. No, this was first. Todd Brackett.
Okay.
I was watching you and I saw this come in. Todd Brackett.
So the answer is BCY 452X. Somebody answered horsehair, which was not the correct answer. And somebody answered carbon fiber, which is also not the correct answer.
All right, tell the 2 winners.
BCY 450. So
Todd, you were number 3. Todd Brackett was number 3. First place.
We got Jacob Top, FS Outdoors TV. That's his screen name on YouTube. And then
I think he's just trying to use that screen name to get a little action on our show here is what I'm thinking.
Todd Brackett.
All right, there you go. Guys, don't worry. There are more prizes. I even snuck in an extra prize. I always do this at the end, but we'll wait till the end on that one. So there's still a lot of great prizes left. Let's go ahead here and take one more question over here, Justin. Low budget camera setups. Low budget camera setups.
Ooh. Canon makes some nice stuff, that you can pick up in like the $500 and $600 range. I mean, that are fairly low budget. You can get like a Pine Ridge makes a camera arm that's, relative, their Pro Bow cam arm is probably like $40 or $50. Like if you're truly shoestring budget, a camera and an arm is really all you need. Now, if you guys don't want to worry about lugging the whole camera gear around, why not just get a Tacticam? I mean, get a Tacticam, stick it on the front of your bow, hit record, and that's really all you need.
And with the new 4.0, I mean, it even has slow motion. It's got a zoom to get even closer and tighter in on the animal. Now, also, guys, don't forget about our website, bowling.com, in the forum section. There's always gear for sale in there. Guys are trying to peddle their stuff. Don't forget about eBay. I mean, there's plenty of times when guys want to upgrade and they're selling some really quality packages for $600 to $700, $800. You can get yourself one heck of a nice rig, and before you know it, you're going to be off and running. Justin, somebody outdid your horse hair with unicorn hair. I don't know where you get unicorn hair from, but that's getting out of control.
I got one that people kind of ask us a lot. This comes from Snowy River Outdoor Productions. Why did you guys go with a YouTube web show instead of a DVD series or TV show?
That's a great question.
So that is a good question. I think, number one, DVDs are dying. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought a DVD, so definitely not doing that. As far as TV shows, man, talk about a saturated market. There's like 200 some odd TV shows, and then you have to pay the network some obscene amount of money to buy airtime, and then you gotta, kind of play by their rules with what you can and can't show. A lot of the stuff that we show on Bowhunt or Die wouldn't fly on a network channel. There's only so many seconds that you can show the animal after it's been shot, or just certain things like that. So for us, having bowhunting.com as a platform to get our show out there to people, it really just never made sense to go the TV route. I mean, the internet, YouTube, Facebook, the web is the future of the world that we live in. I mean, these devices right here have changed the way that we consume media. So why try to be like everyone else? Why follow when you can lead?
Well, and for us, when Justin and I decided to dive into this and start doing this, I mean, the reality is, you know, I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday, I had the opportunity. A friend of mine invited me to go and talk to his high school class. It was definitely interesting to go talk to junior and seniors in high school. And I mean, you know, I actually asked the question in terms of what social media outlets that you're using, just kind of getting that perspective from a different age group. And definitely Twitter seems to be on the decline from at least that high school class, a couple classes I talked to. Instagram was on the rise. Facebook is holding pretty solid. But
Snapchat.
One thing that they did say, because I did ask them, are they hearing from their parents that they're beginning to cut the cord? And it's amazing how many of the kids in the class were absolutely like, yeah, my parents are cutting the cord and they're doing the Netflix, they're doing the streaming, and that's the reality of it. I mean, get it when you want it, as much as you want it, whenever you want it. I mean, think about our season here. Season 7 just finished up. You know, I'm going to give Brandon, who's standing in front of us here, a great props because he deserves it. Brandon, thanks for everything that you do. There he is. I mean, just think if you get hooked on our show, I mean, you could go back and binge watch 7 years of Justin. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, who wouldn't want to do that? All right, well, guys, next we're going to cut into another segment from this year's show. This one still gets a lot of people talking about this segment. For me, it was probably the highlight of my year. So, I don't know, let's watch it now, and then you guys can make fun of me later. So, let's do it.
Smartest thing I've ever done in the deer woods, or the dumbest thing I've ever done in the deer woods. Only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. That deer is a giant 3-year-old. He's probably 150 inches. It would have been probably my second best whitetail ever. But he needs one more year if I ever in my life want to kill a giant. That deer needs to live. I was hoping I would see him, but also hoping I wouldn't see him. But I tell you what, having gotten pictures of that deer for months now, and knowing that I was going to pass him, I didn't even want to draw the bow back. He is an absolute stud. I just hope that he makes it one more year so that I can chase him next year. Come on, baby.
All right, guys, here's the reality, and I know this is you guys, here's the thing. You know, you see this monster buck come walking by, Justin passes it. You know darn well the guy, you dropped your release, man. He went to get his bow, and he was shaking, and the release fell out of the tree. He's like, oh, I let that big buck go. You know you dropped it. Admit it. Come on, admit it to everybody.
No, that's not what happened. It's funny because this is probably the thing we get the most questions on, and I get people like PMing me on the forums or Facebook messaging me and like, I can't believe you did that, but it is what it is. So to answer everybody's questions, as of about a week ago, the deer was still alive. I was getting trail camera pictures of him. He had not shed his antlers yet, so you can't see his sheds. He's still holding them.
Oh man, someone said I got hit by a truck. Who would say that? Come on.
Yeah, that's not very
Come
nice.
on, Brad. That's not nice.
Who said that?
I don't know. Brad. Something said that.
Brad.
Come on, Brad.
Come on, Brad.
Don't
So he
say
was
that.
alive a week ago and still holding his antlers. So
They did ask if you got trail camera pictures. Justin did just answer. It's right there on your phone.
yeah. No,
Zoom in. Put it right there so you can see it.
What?
Your buck, man. It's right there.
Can Brandon do that?
No, we just go like this, get nice and close.
All right, hold on.
It's an awesome deer. Yes, it is still alive. Justin did get a picture of it. I mean, and kudos for Justin for letting that big buck walk. I got to be
He
honest
looks
with
even
you.
bigger here.
I don't think that I would have. Better
Can
get
everybody
close.
see that?
Got to get nice and close, and then maybe we can get it in film there. But yes, I mean, it is an awesome, deer for sure. So It's still alive. I still think he dropped his release, but
And he is a 3-year-old. I've got hundreds of pictures and videos of him. the
oh
last 2
man,
years.
he's not a 3-year-old. We're not gonna have this debate. He's bigger than that. He's
So,
4.
There you go. That was the highlight of my season. Only time will tell if he lives to be 4 and if we are able to kill him this coming year.
Did you have a couple other questions that popped in over there?
Yeah, man.
What are your Instagrams?
Mine is at Sir Zarr. What's yours? At Todd Graf 1?
Todd Graf. Yeah, I have to check. I
I
forgot
think
to
it's
be
at
honest with
Todd
you.
Graf. So
Craig, what
we
is
get a
mine?
lot of question about
Just
Arrow.
Todd Graf. It's just Todd Graf.
At Todd Graf on
Yeah.
Instagram.
At Todd
Mine
Graf.
is at Sir Zarr.
And of course, what's
Light or heavy arrow? We get this question a lot. Personally speaking, I prefer to go a little bit on the heavier side for whitetails and other big game animals. So I'm usually shooting a 450 or above grain arrow. I'm shooting the Black Eagle Rampage arrows right now, and mine weigh in right about 450 grains. Come turkey season, in another 2 months, I'll switch to my Zombie Slayers, which is a lighter arrow, because I'm looking for a little bit more speed and flat flying, and I'm not so much worried about penetration and kinetic energy. But I think it's always smarter to go on the heavier side. I don't think, when it comes to whitetails, I don't think that going super light, you're not gaining enough speed to really make any sort of real difference. A heavier arrow is going to absorb more noise from your bow, so it's going to make everything quieter, and it's going to just penetrate better. So I don't see why everybody that's whitetail hunting wouldn't shoot, I'd say at least 400 grains and above. Like I said, for me, I'm like 450 to 500 is a pretty good range, and just don't worry about losing a couple feet per second.
I agree. I've always
Especially
done the
with
same
those
thing.
big mechanical broadheads. I mean, you shoot a lightweight, 380, 375 grain arrow with a 2-inch cut mechanical, and we get plenty of guys come on our forum that are like, hey, how come I didn't get any penetration or whatever.
Shooting
on that
too light
animal?
of an
That's
arrow.
usually why.
I've always put, brass inserts in the front of my arrows too. I like a heavy arrow. I like, a heavy FLC, and I think it makes a big difference. So that's another little tip that I've always done. All right, Justin, we got one coming in here. What is your favorite summer and fall food plot blend?
I don't know. I don't plan a whole lot of food plots, to be honest with you. So that's your.
All right, deferring that one
That's
to me.
your avenue.
Summer, you know what? I have had a lot of good luck with chicory and clover mixed together. They just, if you can get a good, small, little secluded plot of chicory and clover, it's awesome. I just absolutely love, doing that blend. We've been using the Heartland Wildlife blends, for many years now. As far as fall goes, fall's tricky, guys. I mean, honestly, when it comes to fall, I don't know that there is one premium plot because, I love brassicas. I do plant brassicas every single year in different spots, but I always like to definitely have corn and beans as well. I mean, the reality is when that temperature drops below 20 degrees, I can pretty much guarantee they're running for those beans. End of story. I mean, when it's super cold, there's so much protein in beans. They're on it. Corn has a little bit more carbohydrates. But I'm all about having as much as you can of all different types.
I think for me, most of any food plots I've ever done have been relatively small, kind of like your poor man's plots, done with, maybe an ATV if I'm lucky, or a lot of hand equipment. So I've had pretty good luck with just like buck forage oats and winter wheat and rye and stuff like that. That doesn't take a ton of equipment to plant. As long as you get everything killed, we usually rake it off. We try to rototill it if we can, and then just broadcast the seed before it rains. That's always worked pretty good for me, and I've had deer that have fed in it in October into November. But unfortunately, I've never killed a good buck in a food plot. I've killed plenty of does in food plots, so yeah, I'm not the best person to ask for that one.
One more quick little thing here that I want to add is, shoot, I lost where I was going with that. Darn it, my fault.
Plots.
Food plots. Oh well, I forgot it. Skip it. What do we got next?
Oh, well, we got some more trophy photos.
Let's
A
do it.
couple more.
Yeah.
Who wants to see some
These
more
are
trophy
this is it. This is the last.
We had 3 photos to show, but Brandon snuck a gun kill in there,
That
and
doesn't
we had
count.
to-
We're
we had to
bowhunting.com.
We had to cross it off.
I just remember what I was going to say. So before Justin goes with the trophy photos, some of you were asking what our Instagram, the page was. For bowhunting is bowhunting1, bowhunting1, just in case.
Yes.
Bowhunting
At
one.
Bowhunting #1, both on Instagram and Twitter.
Who do we got here?
So we got the first trophy photo is Luke. Man, I'm going to butcher this.
On-
Monat.
Yep.
And he's got his whole family there with him, so good for you. Kids look like they're having fun, and he's got a bowhunting.com sticker on his truck.
Hey, thanks,
Seems like a good
Luke.
dude to me.
Thank you.
And then we've got Scott Jansen with a nice massive deer. Great looking deer. So congratulations to you guys. Everybody, that is officially the end of the trophy photos for this season. We won't have any more until season 8, which starts in April with shed hunting and turkey killing.
Oh my gosh, Justin, who would win in an arm wrestling contest between me and you? I'm letting Justin win that
probably be a
one.
tie.
We're not doing it. Brandon
would
and
probably-
Craig. Look at these guys. They want us to.
We would
No.
hurt ourselves.
Yeah, no.
I would probably hurt
No.
myself.
I would no. I'm not getting hurt tonight either. I like my elbows. I'm skipping that one. How high do you guys usually hang your lone wolf tree stands?
I'm probably 16 to 22 feet would be
Yeah.
probably my average range. I'm not usually a whole lot higher than that. Most of the times it just depends on the tree. You know, here in Illinois, where
And
we're
terrain,
at,
and
yeah,
terrain.
the tree and the terrain, but I mean, where we're at, we don't get a ton of trees that you can get up much higher than 20, 22 feet. And they start branching out or they're crooked or something, so 20 feet's probably average.
Plus, when you get into those situations where you get into some terrain, and you've got some valleys and the hilltops kind of come up like this, you find those trees that are, down here. It's like, man, you got to go up almost 10 feet before you're even equal with the hilltop. So, I mean, sometimes, I have been as high as 30 feet before. I really don't like to go any higher than that. And, of course, I'm always attached to a lifeline. I mean, guys, I know we say it all the time, and people are always thinking, oh, sponsor this. You know what, guys, seriously, put your lifelines on. I mean, Hunter Safety Systems makes a great one. I've been using it for years. You've been using it for years.
Yep.
It's a no-brainer. You're attached from the moment you leave the ground, during your whole hunt, and all the way down. Be safe, guys. Hunt smart. Use Hunter Safety Systems. Okay, let's take a break from questions. We can always jump back in to more questions, but let's dive into right now a really awesome hunt for this past year with Tom Elford. I mean, man, this is a monster buck. There's not a bow hunter
we
out
decided
there.
to highlight this one because I think it was the biggest buck shot on the show this year, and Todd and I agreed it was probably one of our favorite hunts of the season and probably of the series really so far. So let's dive in. Let's check it out.
Meh.
I just smoked a giant. You're done. Done. Yes, I just drilled Carl, the megabug. Oh, he's done. Smoked him.
Justin, if that does not excite you,
As a bow hunter.
That is why we get up in the morning. We do crazy stuff all year long. We think about
wives
this
wanna
stuff
kill
24.
us.
I mean, seriously, that is a giant buck. Again, congratulations, Tommy. I mean, to see that deer, in that cornfield like that. I mean, Tommy put the perfect sneak getting in there. I mean, what a well-executed hanging of a stand, everything. That was just an awesome hunt.
Sometimes it just all comes together. It doesn't always work that way.
No.
But man, when it does, it sure feels good. A couple of guys have asked what that deer scored. Tommy told me he scored it at 175. I haven't scored it personally, so who knows? Although I'll
put
give
a little pressure on Tommy.
I give Tommy some credit, right? He found a great shed antler off of a hit list buck that we were hunting this year, and he scored it, and I was like, there's no way. He told me it scored 72 inches, and I was like, no way. So I actually took the shed from him, and I took it home, and I scored it, and it scored 72 inches. I scored it 3 times.
So he does.
Just to
Three
make sure.
times? Come on. Like you
I just
didn't-
wanted to make sure I wasn't doing my math wrong. So if Tommy says it scored 175, I believe him. It was a heck of a deer. So congratulations to him. Guys, that was just one of many great hunts we had, on the show this year.
Man.
Tyler Rector killed an awesome deer here late season. Really killed 2 awesome deer, but that second one that he killed was just an absolute brute of a deer, old, big-bodied. So if you guys haven't watched all the episodes this year, make sure you go check them out. There's a lot of big deer getting shot.
They're still taunting us to do this arm wrestle. We're not doing an arm wrestle, but they are shouting Justin over me. I do have kind of toothpick arms. What did somebody ask about my bike over there?
Someone wanted to know if you ride a Trek.
A Trek. No, I have a Pinarello.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Craig also saw a
anyone.
question come in that was whether or not I have a motor in my bike. And actually, I did bite the bullet this year, and I bought a Quiet Cat 1000 with the motor in it, and I am going to use that thing to sneak into some killer spots this year.
Why not just take your pedal bike?
Huh?
Why not just
No,
take your
because,
pedal
dude,
bike,
this thing is
Mr.
silent, deadly.
leg
Stop trying to
muscle
feel my
guy?
legs.
My hands are right here.
That Quiet Cat's going to be pretty sweet. Slip in, whew, man, I tell you what, that's going to work. I can't wait. You're going to see it on the show. It's going to work. I'm
All
doing
right, guys, we're getting a couple people asking how to contact us about the prizes. If you guys want a prize, send your info to info@bowhunting.com, and we will get your stuff. Now, if anybody tries to sneak in
we
there,
know your names,
we know
who
who
won.
the people are, so don't try to be sneaky and get some free stuff. We're going to make
Speaking
sure
of free stuff, here we
who you
go.
are.
Here we go. One more,
boy.
another. We're gonna do 2 prize packages. I'm making this one up on the fly. I know Justin's gonna make fun of me as soon as I pull out my,
man, where's mine at?
yeah. Justin bought a pair too. I got my goggles here. I love
If we're
these
doing
glasses.
goggles, I mean, we gotta
Are you serious?
We gotta go all out, man.
Thanks. He's always got to give me a
Goggle
hard
time.
time. It's goggle time. All right, here we go. This is for a bow hunter die prize package. You will get a new hat, a beanie, shirt, and sweatshirt. This is a killer kit.
Good thing this is recorded so we can go back and watch it and
If-
tell the people what you're promising.
If you know what glasses I wear. Everyone always wants to know what glasses I'm wearing. We
makes
tell
those
everyone
glasses?
who makes these glasses. Here we
a good
go.
one.
So and no, Neil, you cannot answer that. Neil says he knows, and no, Neil, you are not involved. Any of our teammates or anyone else that's online? Whoa.
He said Ruby.
He got it. Oh.
He's got a B in there. That's not right.
He better type that.
That's technically
Oakley.
not right.
Barbie. What the heck? No, they're not Barbie glasses. Maybe the ones Justin had on were Barbie glasses. Come on. He
Dogs, Wiley, Oakley.
Oh, Oakley. Rudy.
No, he's got Ruby.
Ruby. Who's Ruby? No, that's not close. You got to get it. You got to get
there
it.
we go.
Who got it?
Cord Young.
Cord Young said Rudy. It's Rudy Project. Those are my favorite glasses, guys. People always ask about why I wear these things. No, it's not because I'm trying to get attention. You know what? For me, they fit nice. They feel good. I'm able to change the lenses out very quickly. I have yellow lenses as well,
Ruben.
which is awesome on cloudy days. I just have had a lot of good luck with these glasses. But most importantly is when I'm at full draw, if you notice these lenses come way over to the corners over here, when you are at full draw, you just don't get that gap in between your glasses. If you wear glasses, you know what I'm talking about. So that's why I wear these when I bow hunt. So there you have it. All right, what else do we got here, Justin? We're getting near the end, guys. We are going to give out one.
Cord Young wants a free pair of Rudy Project glasses. Sorry, buddy.
No.
We don't have any giveaway.
No,
Todd needs it, otherwise he's blind.
I am
I'll
blind.
give you
That's
mine.
not funny.
If you want. I don't even know where I got these from.
Yeah, well, I'll take
Just
them.
leave 'em here.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you can get rid of something.
All right, don't forget, we still got that prize coming from Moose here near the end. We're going to hit, guys, a few more questions, and that is going to be it for the first ever
People
Bow
wanna
Hunter
know
Die live stream.
What gum you're always chewing? Is it a specific gum?
Ooh, that is top secret gum.
What is that, Brandon? What is Brandon? Why is
Well,
it
I don't know. Brandon is popping something. Oh, he's teasing. He's teasing everyone what they have a chance to win. That's going to be the tease. Thank you, Brandon, for throwing that little tease up there. That was kind of cool. How about some of those other slides that we were talking about putting up? Have we hit any of those up yet? Listen, guys, as far as the gum that I chew, you know what? Unfortunately, they're not in business anymore, and they're probably outdated. I don't know that I ever looked at the date of those things, but it was Gummaflage, and I'm down to my last pack of Gummaflage. I have a feeling they're extremely outdated, but I always like the alfalfa.
Alfalfa honey.
I love
Those
that.
my
I love
favorite,
that too. As long as I have one pack left, that's all I got left. So I'm gonna have to do something else. So, someone wants to know what we're drinking.
Cherry Coke.
We're drinking Coke, guys.
Cherry Coke.
All right, let's see here.
You banned that one idiot from YouTube.
What questions do we have? We got one guy who, you always got to have somebody in the group, guys, who's got to ruin the fun. Somebody on YouTube, of course, can't play nice. I guess they're just jealous. They're jealous of your goggles. It's got to be your
Oh yeah,
goggles.
my mic is messed up. Did I take it off? Or something?
Uh-oh.
Where's it at?
Justin lost his mic. Mine is still live. Okay, guys, we got more questions coming in. Here we go. Let's see. You know what? We are getting near the end here pretty quickly, so more questions are popping in. A lot more that you're coming in
One
by you.
guy, I'll say, got my mic here.
No, I'm going to ask this guy, but let me get this first one first. Lancaster Archery, and we brought this up last time. Yes, we are going to come back to the Lancaster Archery Classic next year. Justin and I have agreed. We've met, we've talked to the folks over at Lancaster Archery. Rob runs a great program out there. We have pledged that any bow hunters out there that come to the Lancaster Archery Classic next year, we'll be there, okay? If you win first, second, or third, there will be contingencies if you're wearing Bow Hunter Die gear when you shoot and win first, second, or third. We're also going to have an extra little prize pack in your bag during registration, and we're also going to be putting some money up for first, second, and third place as well. So we are really hoping to see that Bow Hunter class grow and be bigger, and some of our own guys are going to be personally shooting in it as well. What question did you have? And then we are getting near the end.
Somebody asked us, I couldn't find the exact question, but it was something along the lines of like, do you realize that the products and the brands that we represent, that people go use them and they take kind of what we say as the quote unquote Bible or something along those lines, you know? And I think the answer to that would be yes. You know, Todd and I have been very fortunate in what we do here to have some really awesome partners out there, and all of the companies that we've managed to create relationships with have products that we personally believe in and that we stand behind. You know, and if we didn't believe in them, we didn't stand behind them, we wouldn't be telling people to use them. And Todd's dog's making noise over here, but I mean, essentially, and this goes for anybody in the outdoors industry, right, that kind of does what we do. I mean, when you are paid to work with a company and to use their products or promote their products, you want to have some integrity with that, right? And you want to be able to look somebody in the eye and say, yeah, I believe in NAP broadheads, or I believe in America's best bowstrings, and not feel like you're lying to those people and deceiving them. So, you know, luckily for us, we're fortunate enough to work with probably some of the best brands in the bow hunting industry. When you look from the top to the bottom of the people we work with, they're all great companies, products that we believe in and stand behind. So yeah, we put a lot of weight into that. We put a lot of thought into that when deciding, you know, who to work with and who not to work with. So there you go.
I don't know. She got it. She's chilling.
Something over there.
She's chilling. All right, guys, here we go. This is officially, we got 2 more prizes, but the big prize is up right now. Justin, where's our question for this one? Let's see here. Oh, okay. This one's tough. This one's going to take some work, so we're going to basically throw the question out there. Do you have the answer to this? Okay, there's multiple people. Okay, here we go. This is for, throw that picture of that prize up there again for me. Here goes, guys. Here's the question. Get ready. I hope everyone's ready. Name 3 Bowhunter Die team members that did not kill bucks. Okay, Mia, you got to stop that. Mia's just trying to get attention. I think she's trying to dive into the show here. Again, here we go. Name 3 Bowhunter Die team members that did not kill bucks.
This year.
This year. That's right. Well, this year meaning last season, 2016. Here we go. So we know who they are. Neil, you know who they are. We're not even going to pay attention to this. The first person to put it up there, which we'll have it recorded, obviously because it's going up live, we will...
oh, man. Eric already got.
No way.
Here, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Eric nailed it? I'm watching Facebook.
Oh, my God.
What do you got?
We're going to have to go back. There's way too many. And
Wow.
It's too fast.
Yeah, they're coming in fast.
But
Okay.
Eric on YouTube definitely got 3 of them.
He did?
Everyone knows one of them, right? I'm sitting right here. I'll give you one answer. You guys just got to figure the other ones out.
All right, so again, if you win...
I like the guys that are commenting like me and then Richie and Neil. It's like, well, Richie and Neil both killed bucks this year. So you only got 1 out of 3.
Well, anyhow, guys, that was for a moose sprayer.
Tyler
it's a
Rector?
great product.
Tyler Rector killed 2 bucks.
Tyler Rector was on fire this year. So we're not going to give this away, but again, pay attention, watch the comments. Whoever does win, we will reach out to you either through private messaging you or, of course, you're going to email us. We're going to know who you are because we got the record right here.
I think it was Eric.
Okay, so we think it's Eric, but we are not the official scorekeepers. We're going to let the moderators handle that. Guys, we are going to be ending this live session in a matter of 5 minutes max, so here we go. We're going to answer the last questions, and this will be the end of our first official live session.
Sure.
So you grab a question, I'll grab a question, and we're going to call it a day. We have one more prize pack. You got a question over there?
Sure.
All right.
I love these ones. I mean, there's some things that we could say on the show and some things we can't say, but one of them says, how did you get sponsored by Matthews? Right? And, you know, so much of anything in life, whether it's getting sponsored by a company or landing a good job or whatever, is kind of just chance, right? Chance meetings with people. You know, Todd and I were fortunate enough to be on an antelope hunt one year before we even started Bowhunter Die. I mean, I think maybe we hadn't even started our first season yet. We were on an antelope hunt at Table Mountain Outfitters out in Wyoming, and some of the folks from Matthews were there in camp that week just by chance. And we got to talking to them kind of about bowhunting.com and what our plans were for the future for Bowhunter Die and this online show and digital platforms. And, you know, the cool thing about Matthews is they've always been at the forefront of kind of the marketing of their products. And they were like, hey, digital's the future, and you know, if you guys are going to be doing what you say you're going to do, we want to be a part of it.
Right, for
and,
sure.
you know, we were fortunate enough, they signed on day one, and they've been an awesome partner for us to work with, and we love shooting their bows. I mean, they make unequivocally
this has got to be our
one of the
seventh
best products out there.
seventh or eighth year now being on board with them, and we are very grateful that they are. You know, one of our title sponsor for the web show, and they've been extremely good to us. And you know what? We try to do the same thing back, guys. We work really hard on all of our platforms. You know, a lot of times people ask, you know, hey, you know, what is your success? I mean, guys, obviously we're not going to give out the secret formula of everything that we do around here, but I will tell you, I mean, it is countless and countless hours of programming, of optimization, of websites, social media pages, our email lists. I mean, we've got a lot of things going on to bring the best bow hunting information to you guys.
All right, I got one for you. You probably won't even be able to answer this.
Oh, God.
What is your favorite hunting show on TV?
My favorite hunting show on TV right now. Boy, it's been a while since I've watched any TV stuff. But listen, guys, you know what? That's simple. That's an easy question. I'm surprised you didn't even say that. You know what, guys? Mark and Terry Jury are great guys. You know what? I've met Mark many years ago. I actually remember meeting Mark probably 20 years ago. He probably would never remember that at all. But and me telling him, hey, we're going to be doing all this stuff with the internet stuff. And he probably looked at me and was like, what in the heck is this guy talking about? I mean, literally, it was probably 20 years ago. But seriously, Mark and Terry Jury, great people. you know what? I like what they do. I've always liked what they've done. There's a lot of good shows out there. I'm not going to sit here and bash shows. There's a lot of good shows out there. You and I are both friends with a lot of the people out there that have some good quality stuff out there. But come on. I mean, Bill Winke at Midwest Whitetails does a nice job.
He's not doing TV anymore, so he doesn't count.
Yeah, but you know what? I still like Bill. He's done a great job.
Yeah, I mean, as far as web show goes, I love watching Midwest Whitetail. TV-wise, I mean, I pretty much don't watch anything unless it's bow hunting, just because that's what I like to do. If I am flipping through outdoor TV and I see a gun show, I just turn it off.
Ralph and Vicky Santorella, too. I mean, when it comes to
Archer's
bow
Choice,
hunting.
you know, and then Heartland Bowhunter, I think those guys have always done a great job. Mike and Sean are good dudes over there. I like watching them. And I like watching, to a certain extent, I watch Whitetail Properties a lot because I just like what those guys do as well. So those are some of our shows that we watch.
All right, well, that's it.
I like Hushin'. They do some good
We are officially going to be ending this right now. Justin, I'm leaving this last Bowhunter Die care package up to you to come up with a question. I said 2. I did 1 with my goggles. I'm putting you on the spot. Come up with a question and...
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Come on, you're going to hook somebody up. Got to come up with something.
Fair enough. So...
It could be a trivia question. No, I'm not killing you.
Okay, hold on. I got one.
He's got one. He's got a question.
Wait, so I don't screw up my microphone again. I'm not supposed to be moving.
This is good. This will be for another killer Bowhunter Die package. Our moderators are getting. Gosh, you Facebook guys have been off, man. The YouTube guys are killing you as far as answering questions or asking us questions and coming up with prizes.
So here's the question.
Boo! Okay, here we go.
Deer.
Name this deer. Who was this deer? We talked about him a lot. We do not know what happened to him. I personally never saw him. Tons and tons of stealth cam pictures of this buck.
Oh, Daniel. Daniel got, a bunch of people got
Whoa.
it. But Daniel.
Baconator.
Elkins.
I'm going to put it out there. This is Bacon. Come on, if somebody shot this deer, there's plenty of people that know where we hunt. It's not like some big, huge, hidden secret. This was Baconator. We had so many great pictures of him. The killer part about this buck is he made it through the hunting season. 100%, we know that for a fact. Right. And then he vanished. That was it.
I think he got hit by a car, personally.
Oh, man, you think so? I mean, we don't really have any proof that he was ever crossing that particular road, but, you know, something happened to him. Maybe he died of old age. Who knows? Maybe the yotes ran him down. Something happened to good old Baconator, but, man, this was one awesome buck. Justin, what did this one antler score again?
I don't remember.
Don't remember?
Well, I mean, he was missing probably 6 inches.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
this one here went up a little bit.
He was in the mid-70s, missing that.
But, man, if you saw this buck on hoof, he was awesome. Okay, that is the official end of our live session for...
PA Whitetail says that he shot him this season. Well, I don't believe you because you're in PA and we're in Illinois.
Well, that's it. We are officially going to be signing out. I want to personally thank all of our fans out there who has helped make Bowhunter Die and our website, bowhunting.com, a success. I want to thank our pro staff members that always work their butts off to make sure we get the best quality footage, guys. I personally thank you, the ones that are hanging in there with us and doing all the great stuff. I appreciate it. We got some great stuff lined up for you at our annual meeting coming up. What else do you got? Anything else?
No, man. I would say that now is the time to do some scouting, for sure. Seasons are over, at least in most places. Time to get out, time to scout, time to put the boots on the ground, get out there, figure out your plan for 2017. I know that's what I'm doing. Turkey season's right around the corner. Indoor 3D and indoor target archery.
That's it. Bowhunter Die, guys.
So season 8 starts in April. So make sure you guys check it out, and we'll see you then.
Bowhunter Die.